This is MemeAnalysis, and today we are recording live from the Nile River to tell you about the curse of the Pharaoh and the curse of Ra. So let's dig in. So, to start, we have the Pharoahs Curse meme, which is to be distinguished from the curse of Ra. Though they are linked on the Know Your Meme page, I do think that there are some really valuable insights to be gained from distinguishing between these two forms. The Pharoahs Curse is specifically about bizarre sand phenomena, I would say. Sand phenomena, the cinnamon challenge, and then generally anything that is beige, really beige. Like, there's a great one of a perhaps gelatinous face going through a brick in a wall. There's sand falling down from a collapsing roof. And of course, the cinnamon challenge is one of the major visual sources for the Pharoahs Curse. But what is the Pharoahs Curse? And is there a reality to it? I am happy to say that there is, in fact, a reality to the Pharoahs Curse. Specifically, the curse of Tutankhamun, who massacred Howard Carter and his expedition team after they unearthed his tomb. Howard Carter, for example, died shaving, nicked a mosquito bite, and died of infection. Pretty curious. Everybody else also died. Believe it or not, some people even think Aleister Crowley murdered them for unearthing the tomb. A very strange conspiracy, but I kind of like it. It's fascinating to me. There's a line in Indiana Jones, I think many of you likely know, which is, "It belongs in a museum." This idea perhaps does not even go far enough. It belongs in the earth. It belongs underground. It belongs to the dead. Let the dead bury the dead, and let the dead remain buried, one might add. But we are humans, and we must uncover, we must understand. But when we do, we must also be prepared for what comes after. And this brings us to the concept of memes, to the concept of ideas and infectious ideas. After the unearthing of the tomb, there became this huge fad in Victorian England, that of the Egyptology. There was an Egyptian craze. Everybody started buying replicas, rich people started buying artifacts. It was huge, really, really big. Egypt spread by way of King Tut. And further, the ultimate craze, the ultimate horror to be unleashed from the tomb of Tutankhamun and from the tomb of the ancient dead in general is perhaps the truth about human history, which, if you've watched Ancient Apocalypse, a very popular modern program, if you know the work of Graham Hancock or Robert Schoch, you might know that history is far, far, far older than we know. To connect it to another bit of this popular culture right now, you all know Oppenheimer. You may know that he was fixated on the Bhagavad Gita, which he himself translated from Sanskrit. But did you know, when a student asked Oppenheimer how it felt to detonate the first nuclear bomb, he said, "No, the first in recorded history." He personally believed that the Bhagavad Gita described extremely advanced prehistorical cultures, scientifically advanced prehistorical cultures. This is also, I would say, a pretty common belief about Egypt, is that they had really advanced scientific methods. And I will say that I am certainly sentimental toward that. I definitely think that there's a possibility. I'm not going to say one way or another, but I definitely think that there is a strong likelihood of advanced civilizations before us. Now, I'm gonna rewind a little bit. We're gonna get back right onto The third part, which is really just I'm going to give you a moral teaching, a lesson in MemeAnalysis theology, which is ancient aliens people are fucking stupid. Ancient aliens people are a scourge upon understanding history and magic. They fundamentally misunderstand the nature of spirituality, of symbolism. It's an abject form of reading. It's miserable. They deny the gods. They accept that we, of course, have seen the truth, that we know aliens are actually really like advanced scientific beings, and that in the past when they said that they were great warriors or great magicians or little countryside beings, they were just lying. They were actually advanced science all the way. This is your own stupid, stupid conceit. Because we find science to be the litmus of truth. Because we believe in science. Aliens, what we call aliens, these entities, have said, oh, we're scientists, and we use advanced technology. This is not their true nature. This is profound foolishness, profound human conceit, and I spit upon it. It's not true. We were advanced without aliens. We were advanced by the help of the gods, which are not biological entities from other planets. They are the planets themselves. Okay, on to the Curse of Ra. The great reward of the ancient dead, especially those from Egypt, is the hieroglyphic language, in that it is ideogrammic. It is a language formed by pictures, and their poetic combinations produce beautiful, beautiful images, not only visually, but poetically. This is the way that a poet like Ezra Pound utilized hieroglyphs in the cantos. He was also deeply fascinated by Chinese, another ideogrammic language, which is formed by combining poetic images to make words. This is a profound, profound thing. Ideogrammic languages, I believe, are so significantly advanced past alphabets. Alphabets, though they are ubiquitous, it is solely due to ease. If you've listened to my podcast, The Meme Intelligence Agency, you know that I attribute this to lazy scribes who don't want to learn all the symbols and make beautiful words. They want it to be easy. They want it to be legible to everybody. Korean was formed in a similar way. So ultimately, the ideogrammic communications, the symbols, are memes. They are images and words combined into one thing as a minimal form of communication. You can communicate just with a few pictures instead of dozens and dozens and dozens or hundreds of words. Symbols communicate what language cannot. This is also why I produced Symbol, the Gift of Thoth, a toolkit for understanding symbolism in your life and in Western culture, derived from a reading of Egyptian hieroglyphs in Chinese, but applied to Western occult symbolism. Check it out on MemeIntelligenceAgency.com. One of the other great elements that I think cards, not just mine, but in general, help with, is that the Egyptians believed that something that was sacred about hieroglyphs was touching and tracing the pictures, tracing the glyphs. That this would both imbue them and imbue you with a sacred energy. When you read it, when you touch it, you are with the gods. This is because symbols are living in a way that letters are really not. Letters have so much infinite variety, they could be anything. They, of course, began as pictographs, began as ideograms, but they lost it along the way. Whereas hieroglyphs and kanji, or kanji, maintain this brilliant potential. And this is the potential that constitutes modern memes. The idea that we can communicate things through language images, word images, through viruses. I think that this is the true curse of Ra, is memes themselves. This is why the curse of Ra functions as something of a memetic hazard. Though it is a joke, it is meant to be treated as such. That, somebody's annoying, you respond to them, curse of Ra, and it's a string of, unrelated hieroglyphs. But it communicates a curse because it communicates through memes. It communicates through ideograms. We see them, and of course, some of you are going to say, no, bro, it's just because it's exotic. It's just because we don't know what they mean, bro. I don't care. I don't care. I don't think you've studied hieroglyphs like I've studied hieroglyphs. Write me a curse in hieroglyphic language, then come back to me. Then come back to me. If you are going to debate me in the comments, debate me in hieroglyphics. Or don't show up, bro. Be there or be square. So the curse of Ra is in itself a meme. It is a meme constituted of ancient memes. What a brilliant idea. And can one not look upon the sand rushing forth from the Pharoahs' curse and see the dissolution of human language, the dissolution of human culture and human sanity at the hands of memes, whose true origin lies in Egypt and even further back? As always, remember, memes matter.